What is going on, guys? This is Nick here at Y for Turbo, and we are playing NHL 16 Be a Jam mode with our Edmonton Oilers, who are looking to repeat on winning the Stanley Cup. It is right up here at the trade down line. You can see right here we are 1 day away. So let's go in, and before we get into the video, actually, let's go ahead and show you guys how to edit players. So if you go over to the League tab here, you can go over to Edit Player, and you can go in and you see your whole entire team. You can also go to your AHL franchise, and you can edit any player here. So let's say I want Taylor Hall to focus on the other wing, which I'm not actually going to change. I'm just going to show you guys. So maybe I'm like, okay, Taylor Hall, you're no sniper here. I want you to be a grinder. You can change the coaching options. Like, I figured that this kind of like a change thing is like saying, okay, you're going to be coached this way now, you know? And it happens all the time in the it happens all the time. Look at like Brad Richards. He's been playing wing for the Wings a little bit, even in the playoffs and stuff like that. You can change different things from center. One of the things you have to keep in mind, though, is if it's a forward, you can only change it to forward positions. And if it's a defenseman, you can only change their player type. You can't even change if they would play as a forward or anything like that. It's only that. So I will discard the changes because Taylor Hall is not a grinder. But yeah, so today is a trade day, and you guys had tons and tons of suggestions, and I love it so much. By the way, thank you so much for 400 subscribers. That is unbelievable. Let's get to 500. It's been insane. It's like we had 306 days ago. That's so cool. So anyway, I'm incredibly astonished by the growth on this channel and the support, really the support and the camaraderie among all you guys and all you hockey fans and NBA fans and Madden fans. It's so awesome. So let's get into business, though. Let's see what we're going to do to make this team better. We had a lot of great suggestions. Two of the major trade block, basically players, just the really good players on the trade blocks right now are Rick Nash and James Wisniewski. Wisniewski, less so because he's not like that firecracker that Nash is. At least in this game. I know in real life, Nash, stagnates sometimes. He's a good playoff performer and a good like penalty killer, but he's this year especially, he had an off year. It's not fair to look at him in just 1 year, whatever. In this game, he's really good. But Wisniewski was kind of a cool option because he was a veteran defenseman, because we have a bunch of young defensemen. All our defensemen are 26 or younger. And, we were kind of thinking we needed a leader. So that was that part, even though he's only 86 overall. Offensive defenseman, he could shoot the puck, etc. So what are we going to do, though? There was another thing that kind of came up here. If we look at free agents, in the last episode we did this. We also looked through the trade block. So if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. That is the last episode. We saw here Kyle Turris has been hanging out waiting for this contract to come through, and it has not come through just yet. He is a first line forward, and he's a center. But we could change him to wing. We could keep him on on center rather. He's a good all-around player. He's not that game breaker, but he's a good all-around player, and he'd definitely be a good pickup. He'd be very similar to our Datsuk pickup. And now, instead of having a winger and a center, we'd have two centers. So we could put him on third line. We could put him on second line, move Patan back down to third line center, which I'm not opposed to, since Patan's faceoffs are 78, Turris's are 79, and we have Little, obviously. But it's the defensive awareness here for Kyle Turris that really makes me happy, with the shooting stats, with the speed. The passing is unreal. He's going to be a great player, especially basically on any line, especially on one of the top lines, though, for sure. So one of the things we have to do to acquire him is make room for cap. Now, hear me out on this one. This one's gonna maybe sting a little bit, and for me especially, this was a guy that we have to trade a roster player. We have to, and people were asking about it. People were bringing up Perron, which I'm not 100% opposed to, but I'll explain it. I'm not going to trade Perron. The reason I'm not trading Perron is he's 85, sometimes 86 when he gets on a roll. second line forward who's making just under 4. That's really not bad, especially for 3 years in when the salaries are pretty high. He does have 3 years remaining, and I just think a lot of, even though this team wants him for some reason, a lot of teams wouldn't want to take on 3 years of a player in the last few years. Or like, how old is he? He's 30, so that's like the last few of his production years. That's okay, I guess. I mean, I guess that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too unrealistic. But he's got decent defensive awareness. It was better before. It was around 86. And, you know, he's like a good player. And it's cool because he hasn't really complained being on the third line. So I like him right now. I like how he's doing. The third line is that secret weapon. But we do have to trade a roster play. And we have to choose a player that's making at least a decent amount of money. Now, if we keep going down, he's not worth a lot of trade value, but Marcus Foligno, and I know a lot of sighs probably just happened because we did pick him up in the first year to help out a lot. He was at an 83. He's kind of stagnated a little bit because he's upset right now because he's playing on the fourth line, but we have no room for him anywhere else. We could put him on the center, on the third line, but then we take away playing minutes from all these other players, potentially like Perron, even players like Dano and other players like that. You know, we'd have to like move them way down. And I think actually Dano is on the fourth line right now. So we don't really have to worry about that actually. But like there's just a few players that are just better off playing rather than Foligno on the third line. Rupert and who do we have at center right now? I don't remember. And either way, you know, it's one of those things. And we can't afford to keep him there. Plus, I mean, it's just like we have enough people that are good at face-offs where we don't have to worry about a face-off stat being the reason why we keep someone. You know, we should keep Marcus Foligno because he's like that firecracker we need on the third or fourth line, but he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be in the fourth line. We don't have room for him on the third line. I'm not going to demote an 84 overall for an 82, 83 overall who's a power forward when the, 84 overall, two-way forward. It's got better defensive awareness, is growing, needs to play in his slot. Foligno is solidified as what he is. So I know I'm going overboard on explaining why we're getting rid of him, but don't worry. We're basically trading an 81 overall who's unhappy, who could potentially grow a little bit, because I think actually right now he is getting happier because of his ice time. Let's see. Yeah, he's actually going up a little bit because of ice time, but that's going to only happen when we get those penalty kills that he actually plays on. So sometimes he won't like it, but he's got a decent amount of trade value for what he is. And the biggest thing, he's making $2 million. He's making $2 million. So who can we trade to? I've gone through the teams beforehand just to see how we can trade this guy. A lot of teams have way too many contracts. That's the problem. We don't want to take on any more contracts back because we already have 50. We want to be able to sign an additional player. Pittsburgh, though, has 45 out of 50. So what can we get back from Pittsburgh? My suggested trade would be a third, potentially. Yeah, I think that'll go through. But I think we'd have to give them something else. So I want to go through and set this trade up, and I'll be right back. All right, so this is kind of the trade I had in mind. We might have to add in a pick here or there, but Klinkhammer is on a one-way contract for the next year, and he's scratched. So he's making $900,000 being totally scratched. I know the remaining balance isn't that much, and that's one thing that will kind of come into play because we've already, paid out Foligno a little bit. So we got to worry about that. But I think doing this actual trade, also Simpson is on a one-way contract. Simpson I'm trading because we just can't play him, and he's signed a one-way contract, and he's very disappointed in his ice time, as you can see. Very disappointed. We don't need him. We have so many seventh defensemen who are actually better, and he only has 1 year left, and he's making one-way money. So, we probably would have scratched him anyway. I am, though, going to pick up this guy just for a little bit of value. He is a top 6, but he's already 21, so he'll probably be he might just be an AHL player. Who knows, though? He could get up to the 80s. And if he is just an AHL player, he's unsigned right now. We totally dictate the terms. He's not being played, so he's actually unhappy there. I think he's at like a neutral. I don't know where you actually see that though, but there was like a little smiley face, but it was just like the neutral face. But this will go through, hopefully. And I think a third rounder, maybe, you know, maybe we could get a fourth round from this year too. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can get one more thing. This might be pushing it. But at this point, I think we already... Let's see how many draft picks we actually have. We have 2 first rounds, a second round, 2 third rounds. And then we'll have a third round and a second fourth round. Especially with this year, that's going to be huge. Because this year's supposed to be pretty good. So let's see if this goes through real quick. Rejected. Okay, let's just take off the fourth round. I don't think we need it. And they don't want Simpson, so that's one of the things. But we're getting rid of 3 one-way contracts. So this should at least be worth a little bit of money, and we'll be able to sign. It might be just under what we can sign Turris for. So maybe we should try to get rid of one more contract. But I think Turris will end up signing with us for that. But I'm afraid of cap. I'm really afraid of cap issues if we have to bring somebody in. So let's just see if we have any skaters matching their block with a one-way deal. Where can we look at it? Yeah, right here. So I'll just go by one-way or two-way. And then we'll look over at... God, this is just... this interface. I want to see someone... either somebody who's... Okay, Slepshot, Manberg. No, we want to keep them. Yakimov, I'd rather keep... I want to see somebody who's on a one-way contract who we're not using at all. Callahan is. But we're kind of using him, aren't we? He's the last guy, too. And, you know, we're using Gordon and McGinn. I mean, we could trade McGinn away and then bring, like, Callie up instead. Actually, that might be a better idea. Even though McGinn is a really great scratched player, we could always bring somebody up. Yeah, we could always bring, like, Callie up instead to bring that grit. I just want to... I don't want to trade away the whole team, you know what I mean? So I think that's probably not a great idea. He's making 1.7 though. And is there a way we can see how much is remaining? I don't think so. I think we've already paid out a certain amount to him too. So yeah, I think I'd rather do that and get rid of Callahan. Because he's making 0.95. Because we have like 2 prospects scratched down the AHL. We're not going to bring Callahan up unless it's for a support role. We have like Suter. We have all these other guys who are making like nothing on 2 ways. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We need to get one more skater out of them. Somebody who's signed though. If we can get somebody for the AHL. This guy's signed, but I don't think we need him. Let's just... I'll just look at something real quick and I'll jump back to you guys. You know what? We're just going to try it like this and we're going to see if it goes through because I don't want to trade away too many people. I'm already really uncomfortable doing this. And, but we got to repeat. You know what? We got to repeat. It's all for the repeat, the dynasty. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, rejected. Okay, let's just throw in a pick. Let's throw in a... let's do a 5th round. I don't want to do a 4th round. I think this'll work out. Accepted. Done deal. So it was very even. Let's go to roster moves. We gotta just throw McGinn in real quick. And I think we should have like 6.6 mil at least. Something. I'm not exactly sure how much we'll have available. But the biggest thing is gonna be we can't move around too many players. It's gonna actually suck. So let's see where we're at with that. 6.366. Okay. So we can pay him. Let's offer him 6 mil. Oh man, I think he'll take 6. It's just we're not gonna have like any. We're not gonna have like anything left. So if we do that, actually we'll be around the trade or around the cap. So. You know, we'll do 6.225 and see if he takes that. But we only have, oh shoot, we only have 1 shot at this. So that sucks, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll take the whole time. Maybe he will tell us tonight. So let's go to the actual trade deadline and see if this works. This is going to be a scary episode, guys. Oh, they're dropping. I could pick up Klinkhammer, but no, we don't need him. We don't need him. And Oh, no, we do have to go to the next day. Guys, if this doesn't work, this is a massive fail. This is a huge fail if this doesn't work. We've gotten rid of basically everyone, especially if we run into cap issues. This is a huge fail. So this is a big risk, but a lot of people were calling for this. I myself was even calling for this. I think this is a better use of, you know, picks, use of players. We clear out some of that stagnant cap space that we don't need to use. I keep just talking myself into it. Please, please just work. Let's do it. Come on. We got him. We got Kyle Turris for 6.2. Okay. Woo. We could have maybe... Well, it says our cash offer is most generous. We could have maybe gone to 6. Wait, he wanted 6.4. If you guys know anything about that, let me know. If players hold out for a whole year, will they take way less? Because that would be helpful in the future, because I don't want to overpay. I could have paid him like 5.5. Like, would that have worked? I don't know. But let me know about that, because that's... Why would he say it's generous when it's under what he was asking for? Either way, we got Kyle Turris, 88 overall. Let's go ahead. We won that game against LA, so that's good, I guess. And let's go see what the lines look like. He's probably scratched right now. I really hope he's not down in the minors, because that would do very bad for us. That would do very bad indeed. Uh-oh, I think he is down in the minors. Oh no, we might run into a cap issue. Uh-oh, let's just see. Let's see what we did. Let's see what we did. Oh man. Yeah, Turris is down here. He's upset. He's anxious. Let's bring him up. That will give... Oh, it says we'll still have like $1 million in cap space. Woo! Okay, okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Let's just make sure... Oh my gosh, guys. I'm freaking out. I'm so sorry. I'm freaking out. McGinn's up at an 82, so that's good. But let's get that center in there. He's probably happy he's playing. Turris, come on in. And I'm going to go ahead and put him on the second line wing with Patan at center here. And then, yeah, Dano, as much as I'd like him to play on the third line, we're going to put him on the fourth line. So hopefully, you know, but he can be on the first line penalty kill. Not power play, not power play. Penalty kill. Yeah, we can do that instead of... yeah, because like Dano's actually growing. If Patan goes down to an 84, he goes down to an 84. Maybe it'll solidify why I should have traded him instead. But worst comes to worst, we can go ahead and throw, you know, instead of Eberle. Yeah, instead of Eberle, we'll just put Perron here. And if by the end of the season it's something that was a problem, I'll change that. But I just want to make sure Perron is not upset about not being the second liner that he's meant to be. So let's look at this. Brian Little has 80 faceoffs, and yeah, I think we're gonna keep Brian Little as the center. And oh, actually, Turris is right-handed, isn't he? So that'll be kind of weird. We could potentially just keep him as a third line center, and then put him on the first line power play. And then bring Patan off, because Patan will be playing second line minutes. And then it's that third line, that kind of like what we did with Datsuk for a little bit on the third line. I'll do that, and then if you guys want me to change it in the playoffs, please let me know. We'll do this, and so there's a solidified... You guys were saying a veteran winger is needed down here, even though we've got Perron. But let me know what we should do in this kind of realm, if this is kind of what you want to do. And then we'll go over to the special teams, and instead of Patan, we'll take him off, because he doesn't need all those minutes. He's happy with second line minutes. We will put Turris up here. We'll put Turris here, and then we'll put McDavid in the middle here, because he won't get upset about playing time, because he's got a ton of playing time. And then that kind of brings this weird other dynamic here to the whole team. Especially, wait, what's McDavid's passing? 97. So maybe this will get Eberle going, and maybe even Little going. And then Turris's passing is 89. So that's not too bad with the 91 passing on Draisaitl. they can just feed Hall. They've all got really good passing up here. So it's more along the lines of McDavid just helping out this second line power play. The only reason I also don't have Day on this power play is his shooting is atrocious right now. I'll take WiiU off and put him on though. Is he on the first power play? I know this is yeah, he's on the first. So we could just put Day on, get him time, because I don't think Clefbaum has better shooting than Day. But yeah, look at Day's shooting. It's really powerful, but he's not very good. I mean, he's got decent pass. Well, you know what? We'll let's see WiiU actually. Yeah, I think I'd rather keep him on just in case. He's just got better shooting. And then this power play will do Sean Day. I think that will be better. Everything else should be the exact same that it was. Yep, they're all there. They're all there. So let me know in the next episode. We will do the rest of the season right now, simulating. But should Turris be on the second line? If he starts complaining about his ice time, I'll move him up and make him into a winger. Because he's not as good at faceoffs as Little, and you know, and then it'll just be that huge top six. But the third line could be our secret weapon going in the playoffs. That's why I wanted to keep Perron, just because we get that insane player. So I think we're pretty good. I think we're off to a decent start. So McGinn is upset now. Oh no, he's happy, but he's back to being scratched. So that's whatever. Successful free agent signings. Had my eye on you for a while. He wants Clark MacArthur to be signed. That's probably not going to happen, buddy. Sorry. Musa wants to talk. Tough pill to swallow. Sorry. Had to trade away somebody that wasn't working. Okay, so actually, I'll jump right back to you real quick because I do want to make sure the AHL lines didn't get too affected by it. It didn't prompt me to do anything, so I think everybody who got traded was scratched. Let me just make sure. I'll jump back to you guys. So I just wanted to remark on this real quick. By the way, the lines are fine for the Condors, but check it out. 33, 12, and 5. They are killing it right now. They're absolutely killing it. I don't know if you guys remember what the lines look like. This is them real quick, and then we'll go to start simulating. But yeah, they've got a lot of really good players all around the lineup. I should move Cornell up, but we'll worry about that maybe next year. He's only 22. All these guys, though, man, they're going to be playing next year. This is why we need to get rid of some of those depth guys we're not going to use, because Manberg, Slepchev, hopefully, these guys are all going to be playing next year. And yeah, maybe it's a good thing we didn't get rid of Callahan, because he's really mentoring this third line to be a nice, cool line grinder, two-way forward sniper. Here's the defense real quick. See what I mean? Like, everybody that we have that we really need is up here. We don't have any room for any other 7th D, and then we've got like 2 other 7th Ds that are scratched. So Anderson's gonna be sick. Holy shit, damn. And then in net, I didn't change it to that one guy you guys were talking to me about. Which guy is it again? The Valahariu. He is up at a 75, but he is an other goalie, so I'm gonna put him in next year, maybe when we get rid of Pascal or somebody like that. So, yeah, Pascal will probably get rid of this year, even though that 1-2 punch with Booth and Pascal both being 81s is really helping, but we don't need him, especially if we get Valahariu or even is this rumor guy's just a random guy? Yeah, he's just random. But Brassat also could potentially play. Who knows? Either one of them could play as a backup in the minor leagues, but you know, that's something we'll have to play with later. So let's get back to the NHL and do the rest of the season. So that was a very stressful little time there. I was really worried about cap issues and our team, and oh my god, geez. So it's finally over. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Thank you for all your input, and thank you for your suggestions, because honestly, I would be totally lost. You know, you guys know I know a good amount about hockey, but it's so much more fun to like collaborate with all you guys instead of just myself just talking to a screen, you know. Let's go to Russia. Let's see if there's let's do forwards for a month. You know, just talking to a screen by myself is so much better when there's this whole group of people that's just behind the scenes, pulling the strings, helping out, and it's all good. So we'll go up to the end of the month here, see what we're looking at morale-wise. Oh, big loss to the Capitals there. That's no good. Big loss to the Rangers there. And a big loss to the Panthers. What's going on this week? Let's get up to the first here. Just do the whole month. We rebound with a win against. Okay, we have nothing morale-wise. Yeah, morale's a little low because we lost a few. We're second in our division to the Red Hot Coyotes. And it's mostly because of those overtime losses, which I will take. You know what I mean? That's how the Wings got into the playoffs before. So let's look at our stats real quick. So we're just 1 point out of being in first place in the division. We have 87, excuse me. Let's see points right. Okay, so Philly's doing amazing. Oh shoot, let's go check them out and see if Talbot is actually on the team and doing well. They may have Stolars or whoever that one guy was. So you know, we're only a few points out of being in 5th place. So I'm not too worried about it. We're not going to get the best slot against you know, we're probably going to be against at least a decent team. Not worried about it. We've made the changes. We've made a lot of wins. You know, we've gotten a lot of wins since we've made the changes here. So what can I do? Can I do we're actually facing them next, so I could just like look at their lines. Yeah, I can't do this, so I have to go in and do I can't do progress reports. Oh yeah, that's in manage. Okay, yeah. Can I do that for them? NHL. Oh no, this is just for me. What? How did I do it before? What did I? What's that? What am I doing wrong? I don't remember. Either way, let's just go up to this game. We'll go to play game, and we will see what they're looking like. Okay, edit lines. View opponents. I'll say it. Check that out. Giroux and Voracek, a force to be reckoned with. A regular old Taylor Hall and man, this line looks a lot like our first line, honestly, with McDavid and Hall and Draisaitl at an 89. Their second line is beastly. Their third line's beastly. Their fourth line's this would be a hard team if we have to face them. And oh, they got Yandel. They got Mike Green. This Hag guy. Oh, Ghost, man. Everybody's looking really good. They're gonna have they have an 88 on the top 6. Holy. Okay, Talbot did drop back down. He's an 85 though. That's pretty cool. But yeah, good call, guys. Good call. Still a good goalie. Really not a bad goalie. And wow, Delzato was scratched. They have so many. They have 2 defensemen scratched. How are they paying for all this? They must have just unreal signings that, you know, are really good players that, you know, will want a lot of money soon. So that's a team we're gonna probably be buying from soon for sure. So let's go back and simulate the rest of the year. Sorry for that little sidetrack. I just really wanted to know if Talbot was still an 89, but they've just got a really good core group in there. So we win against them though, so that makes me feel pretty good. We're on a 3-game win streak here. Let's win against Nashville. Okay, we get shut out against Nashville. Are you kidding me? We're at 40 wins. Definitely would have liked to have been a better team. But hopefully this kind of jumps us up into, let's go to the 15th here and see if we are leading our division or not. We lose our last game. Let's get the scouting assignment done with. Let's just go to the US for 4 weeks, sure. And let's see if, okay, we dropped to 3rd actually. That's really unfortunate. Maybe we could have potentially jumped up. Oh man, because we tied the San Jose Sharks, but they have more wins than us. So if we won that last game, we would have been 2nd in our division. We at least claim a playoff spot for sure, which is great. And we are winning a lot more games with the group that we have now. But I think, you know, the cap issue was a thing, and you know, it's like that. After you win a cup, there's the cap, and everybody wants a payday. So we got to remember that. We made some good moves. I think our team now is way stronger than it was before. We went on that big win streak, and you know, how many did we actually lose? How many? Oh God! Oh no! Stop simulation! Okay, we're going against the Sharks. Sorry guys, it lagged out for a second. So we lost. So trade deadline happened. We win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'll just count losses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an overtime. So we lost 6 out of all of these. This week was bad. This week right here, that sucked. That was annoying. But other than that, we're a lot better team, and we're getting used to everybody. Nobody's had any real morale issues that I was kind of concerned with, and we're facing San Jose in the first round, which they were right above us, so we knew we were gonna probably face them. That's not a problem. If not, we could have faced somebody else. If we won one more game or one more overtime game, we would have been better off. So let's just look at the player stats and then end this video. Oh, it's been draining. Oh my goodness. So points for the year. Let's see who I kind of. Oh, whoops. It goes to the top now. That's cool. So McDavid has 76 points. Not a point a game player like it was last year. I don't really know why that is. I mean, obviously this is a good year, but I'd like to see him get up at least to 100 points once in his career. It seems like the 100-point player has gone the way of the dodo, especially like on teams like this. I don't know why. 95 overall, he should be slain, but Taylor Hall and Draisaitl, maybe Hall, but I don't know. I mean, they're both good. I don't know. I'm not mad about it. I wish maybe Taylor Hall had more goals. Only 26 goals. They could have done better. But we know the team as it is now is a lot better. Little had a pretty good year. He was a -4 though. I'm sure that got better with the addition of Turris. It takes a little bit of the stress off Little to always be that shutdown second liner. Eberle, decent. Would have liked some more goals from him. Patan had a good year. He'll be nice. He's up 85. Basically everything is up. He's got a great shooting category. So I think keeping him on the second line wing is a good idea. Perron had it's doing the craziness. I'm just gonna talk about it until it goes away. Dano actually had a really good year. Up at an 84. That could be means or grounds for him to be on the third line. And but Perron, that is, had a really good year as well. For where he played and everything. And then Clendening, always our leading defenseman, had a good year with 35 points. Could have been a little more, maybe a 40-point season, but over 30 for a defenseman is always really good. Lindholm also over 40. Rupert, that new addition, he's at 24. Nurse is doing pretty well. Nurse will definitely be good. Day had 1 point all year, so I think it's just mostly because it's his first year. For some reason, they just make him. I don't know. Is Day like Reinhardt? Does he not do anything? Because that would really suck. And Turris had 10 points in his 17 games, so I'm not mad at all. On the third line, that's great. He's already doing work for us. Only 2 penalty minutes, and he's a +1. Day is a -16, so maybe moving him up to the top 4. I think that helped because I did move him up on your guys' suggestion. But it's just his shooting category isn't very good. He's got decent passing, but he's honestly a really good defensive defenseman. So I'm not really worried about it, but it would be nice if he wasn't a -16. So that looks like where all the goals are coming from was on his line, and with Clefbaum on the top 6 maybe. So I don't know. I don't know about that. But oh shoot, let me look at the dang it. Let me look at the goalies. Come on. This video's got to end. It never ends. Here we go. Goaltenders. So the goals against here. Gillies had 2.9, so it's under 3. I'll take it. You know what I mean? As a backup, that's not too bad. 9-7-0 though. I'd like maybe like a little better, but he won 9 games for us. I'm okay with it. Mrazek went up to 2.4, so he is up to an 87 again though. So he's getting hot right when we go into the playoffs, so I'm not mad about it. We had that losing streak at the beginning of the season that put him back down to an 86 and like stagnated his growth. Well, he's not growing anymore, but stagnated his like overall playing. 0.917, so basically 0.92% for saves with basically 0.9 for Gillies. Both decent. I mean, we know they're not shutdown goalies, but if we were to try to pick up like a shutdown goalie, we'd have to risk it at another position. Plus, we'd have to trade away people for cap. You guys know it's all about cap in the Dynasty GM mode. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the thank you guys for all the support. I will flash the playoff tree real quick while I'm doing my outro. But here's the playoff tree. You guys can check it out, see what's going on, give me some analysis. And we will check out the... I actually have to go through and do one more thing. Oh, my gosh. So here's the playoff tree. I'm flustered. Player stats on... Yeah, this is how we did it. So we could go to... Yeah, we got to go to San Jose. So I'll show you guys this real quick. I won't really go in depth into looking at it. We will just show you guys very fast what the San Jose Sharks look like. And I'm not really I mean, I'm kind of looking, but I'm not really looking. Whatever. Thank you so much for the 400 subs. Thank you so much for all the help on this series. Oh, yeah, I forgot they had Reinhardt. Dang. And just unreal support, unreal fan base for this channel, for this series especially. So I love it. And they have Reimer and Jones. So thank you so much. And make sure to like and subscribe if you dug it. Hit that like button if you want to see the next episode. And we will see you next time out on the ice.